welcome to another episode of Sailing Volupia. As you've seen by the thumbnail and the description, we're going to talk about tools. These are just some of the basic tools that we carry out at sea with us while we're cruising around the UK. Some of them are quite basic, not too expensive, but it's what I've collected over the years, and we found that we've got most stuff that we needed. When we were refitting the engine, we needed a couple of extra tools which we've borrowed off friends. Things that I thought it's only ever going to get used once or twice to do this job and then never to use again. But I was lucky that my friend Mark Hines, he sorted us out. So the first one I'm going to talk about is hand tools. As you can see here, got nearly a full set of screwdrivers. I think I was fitting a new chart plotter and one slipped out my hand and fell in the sea. Tried to use the fishing style, got a big magnet on a rope. Tried to fish for it for about half an hour, which kept me entertained. Never got nothing. So I like it when it comes in packs like this because you're not digging through toolboxes looking for the right sizes. I've got a couple of extras, some long-handled ones and some really small ones for the finer jobs. Also with tools, we've got a lot of spanners, handheld tools like saws, hammers. Don't want to show you through them. But we've got saws, wire clippers, all the normal stuff. So we're going to move on to power tools. So if you followed us from the days of us having Squires Lady, you'll probably remember me using this quite a lot. I've had this for about 4 years now, I think. But I wanted to go battery powered because we used to be on a swing and mooring when we had Squires Lady. What I didn't want to do is be going into marinas to charge batteries to be able to do certain jobs. So what I did want to do is everything the same make. So the batteries were interchangeable. Each thing I bought all came with a battery, which meant when I went home I could charge the batteries, and I had 3 batteries with me that last half the day. Sometimes it wasn't enough though, but I discovered that these Power batteries are exactly the same size and the same spec as the Works batteries. I was looking around to buy the batteries, and they were going to cost me about £80–90 for 2 batteries. I think they were 50 quid each, and then 80–90 quid if you bought 2 together. But then I spotted this on Amazon, which was 100 quid. So I got the 2 batteries, which were 80 or 90, an extra charger, and in theory a free drill. So I was quite happy with that. The batteries are all out in the van at the minute. We went mountain biking yesterday. We've been up in Scotland, it's quite muddy and wet this time of the year. So we went mountain biking, and I've got the battery powered jet wash, which I've done a review back last year. I'll stick the description and the link below. So yeah, got a couple of drills. One's obviously a backup for the other. And then, I know it's a different make, but it's Parkside. I bought this in Lidl or Aldi. I think it was about £30. Battery powered jigsaw it's quite good if you're ever out. I know with this boat that we've got inverters and generators and stuff, but we didn't have all those things last time. But they are perfect for sailors. I like for doing jobs in like the engine bay or when you're down lazarettes and stuff like that. It's perfect. I've got this in a screw fix for about £20, and it is really bright. It's got 2 sections. Nearly bright one and one that's like the sun, but the only downside of that is it is too bright. So if you look at it like now, I can't see properly. So the next thing, I don't actually think this is mine was blue and smaller. There's a heat gun. So I've got a heat gun, but I've got someone else's, so I'm guessing that might be Mark's. So Mark Hines, can you let me know if I've nicked your heat gun? But you can use this for all sorts of stuff, but perfect for getting the decals off the back of the boat if you're quite gentle with it. But talking about the decals is, let's put them back on there. This, stick it in the ends of the drill and spin it, touch it, and it comes off nice and easy to get your decals off. That's one of the things we are going to replace this year. I had a little try on one of them, and I took it off in seconds. So I think, and it's bouncy. It's made of rubber, just goes in the end of the drill. So So done a little test on it, it worked perfectly, but I will do a video later this year of us changing our decals on a boat round. Some of the tools that we carry, so a sog knife, just a multi-tool with pliers, got can openers, knives, little saw, all sorts of things on it. But what we do is we keep this one in the cockpit every time we're out sailing, just so that we've got a knife ready to hand. There's a little box just next to the helm wheel, and we just keep that in there clipped on, and it's just nice and easy, ready to use. And this is one I reckon I've had for 10 years. It's Leatherman Wave Black, and that's the same. Got all the multi-tools on it. Had it for many a year, and never had a problem with it, except that this now, if you... Oh, let's make me look like a liar. It sticks in, which a little bit annoying, but a little bit of TLC can sort that out. That's a sailmaker's palm. If anyone's not used them before, my hand's a bit chubby for this, with having stupidly sized hands. But that'll just be when you're doing some canvas work and you're sewing, and you'll put the back of your needle in there and it'll just help you push through. When you're mending the sails or any of your blue work up top, spray hoods or dodgers or anything like that. But that's a good piece of kit, and I think they're only like a tenner in Force 4. I'm going to talk about some of the equipment we've got for electronics. So this is a kit I got a few years ago for when I was doing the wiring on Squires Lady, our previous boat. So nice and easy, stick your wire in the end of there, whatever colour you've got. You can see on there colours. Blue one goes in the middle, stick it on, stick it in, and then squeeze it all the way through, and it just crimps it in. Not too expensive, but a good piece of kit. But what you've got to remember is, once you've done them, they're not really waterproofed. But what I did see on another YouTube sailing channel, Sailing Brighton, mentioned these little things. I think they're absolutely brilliant. So you can see in there, don't want to lift them over too much. You stick your wires in. These are the bigger ones. Stick your wires in each end, crimp them in, and then you can heat it. So it'll waterproof each side, and then there's a little bit of solder in there that'll hold them and keep them together. So I think they're a really good piece of kit. I think that set cost me a £5 with 120 in or something like that. But quite good. And then not the best ones, but I needed them. I needed a couple of fuses, and there was no marinized ones about, so I just got standard car ones. But I think they cost me a tenner, but they're good to have as spares on board for emergencies. So that's quite good. I know it said tools, but this is perfect. It was in B&Q, and just a big, really sturdy box. I think it was about £15. And it's got loads of little boxes that come out and give you bolts, screws, anything like that in there. And it just keeps everything in one place, nice and tidy. And everything needs a home on a boat because you're so small and you've got so much stuff. I have got an awful lot of tools. So I've got a King Dick set, so quite good one. I'm happy with this. It's got metric and imperial, all sorts of different tools to use on it. But this was a lifesaver when it came to sorting the engine out last year. Everything we had on there, and I think we needed one size bigger, which was 40mm to turn the engine over. Sorry about that. And one of the last things I want to show you is I've got a small Makita set. It's just got enough everything you need in there, but you can see it's quite naughty. Some of them are getting quite rusted. It hasn't been open for a good 6 months, but they're doing fine, doing well. You can sort of see which ones have been used and which ones I haven't. Some of them look brand new, and then others look like they need putting in a bin, or at least cleaning. So most of the sets in there. I've got a couple of other sets a little bit like this, but that's my favourite one, my go-to one most of the time. I do have a big toolbox, with plastic toolbox that I bought online, and it's got all the little odds and ends in, but it's like every single other toolbox that everybody's just seen. If anyone thinks of any other equipment that would be good for me to use, good for us to have on board, or things that you found well on board, leave them in the description below so that we can check them out. And don't forget, Mark, I think I might have your heat gun. If you haven't already, press the subscribe button. And thank you very much for watching. Ta-da, everyone.